Oh, Angela's frozen. Hello, welcome to Monday Night Paranormal Live. Angela's looking a bit blurred there, so we're not sure. Oh, she's back again. So welcome to Monday Night Paranormal Live with myself and Jenny from Paul from Host for Ghosts, Angela for South Coast Ghost, Julia for Paranation Ghost Hunted Event, and Luke, one of our investigators in the bottom corner there. Angela's frozen, so I'm not quite sure if she's still there. Well, she's back. No. So tonight, please welcome to come in and comment on the subject we're doing. We were at Oxford Castle on Saturday night with Paranation Ghost Hunting Event. Great night, great place. Thoroughly enjoyed it. A few good teams, some old faces we saw there. Some we haven't seen for a while. Abnormal Paranormal were there with us, so we had a good night there. Angela's gone, but I'm sure she'll be back in a minute. So we'll talk about that. So if you have any comments, we're going to put pictures of some videos up that we've put together. So give us your opinion, give us your comments, see what you think of them. You know, poo-poo them. If they're no good or you think there's something else, that's fine. We're quite open to that. So have a comment, say no, I can see this, I can see that. So we've put a few together tonight so you can have a look. I think Julia's put some in, I put some in. And some others have put so. Oh yeah, back again.
Hi, Christine.
You running around the block. Hi, Christine. Welcome to Monday Night Paranormal Live. We're just going to talk about Oxford Castle and Prison, where we were Saturday night. So who's going to start? Oh, Angela's frozen again. Look,
Hi,
in a bit of trouble. Hi, Ghost. Oh, I can't see the comments until they come up. Hi, Ghost Dragon Investigation.
I'll be your comment person.
Okay, Angela's frozen again. So. You back again? No. How you doing, mate? We're all good, thank you. A great night at Oxford. So the night started, lots of people, complete sellout, which was great to see. A lot of people, a lot of old faces were there, a lot of new faces were there, normal teams that come along. And just a quick thing to say, Sindel, I hope you're okay now and you're feeling well from all of us on here. Let us know how you are. So you went home early because you were unwell. So please let us know that you're okay and you're good. So
I did
Saturday night.
Just a quick one. I did check in on Sindel yesterday, and yeah, she said she was fine. As soon as she sort of like went away from the castle, she started to feel better. So maybe something was affecting her. But yeah, she's feeling good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, because I know she said she felt unwell, and then the next thing I heard that she'd actually gone home. So it's good to hear that she's okay.
She looked like she was going to throw up. So I gave her some water, and I said, "Oh, maybe a plain biscuit," but I don't think we really had any plain biscuits. So, but she sort of had some water and a biscuit. But I thought she was going to be sick there and then. But she said once she got away and got some fresh air, and actually felt a lot better.
She felt all right. So it was a good night. We all had different things happen to us all around the castle. We had a bit of a funny moment with Gemma in Mary's room, which was quite funny.
Yeah.
Which was it was funny. It was funny. If you've ever seen Gemma jump, you've only got to make a noise or push say and she's like a bullet. She's up and gone.
I think she's faster than the bullet.
I think we all jumped at that time. I think when it all went.
She was faster than a bullet, wasn't she? I've noticed she's like leapt.
She was so quick, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was silent.
It was so funny when it all kicked on. It was crashing and banging and still. Hi, Alan. Welcome to Monday Night Paranormal Live. We're talking about. Yeah, good to see you, mate. We're talking about Oxford and the evidence we got there. I had the name, and I said to Gemma when we first got there and we hadn't gone in outside, and I said to Gemma, I keep getting the name Mary, 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 and I thought it was Blandford. I kept hearing, and then I heard just as I came in the second time, I heard Blandy, and I said to Gemma, listen out for the name Mary or Blandy or something like that. And unbeknown to me, when we were doing the lit walk around, I walked down the cell. And you turn the corner and there's a picture of Mary Blandy on the wall. And Gemma's like, oh my God. But I heard the name, the woman saying the name. So that was a real good start to the night. But cracking place. I really enjoyed it. You know, upstairs, downstairs, the crypt. It's a good place to go. If you're ever out that way, I highly recommend it. It was great. A great night. I've still got some video and some EVPs to go through. Me and Luke picked up a really good EVP. Yeah. In Mary's room, didn't we, Luke?
Yeah,
do you remember what it was?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was?
Wasn't lesson, was it? No.
It was. I said, "Can you make a noise?" And he went.
Yeah.
He went. Oh yeah. And then a few seconds later, it went. Listen, didn't it?
Yeah, it was,
and there was a tap in the room. So we was really excited about getting that. We took some pictures in the mirror of Mary's room, and Angela will show them a bit later. Give us your opinion on them, see what you think. But we think there's a face in the mirror, but we don't know. You know, we might be looking into it a bit of like pareidolia, where we're putting a face on it. You know, it may be that we're doing that. And also, I caught a couple of pictures by the cinema room, and I think Julia did as well. But when you looked at the wall, it was a normal wall. But when you looked at the cameras, it is, well, see what you think, everybody. Have a look at it and see what you think. But we're unsure, myself and Julia, because I took her and showed Julia. And then Julia said, well, I'll go and take pictures and see what happens. And Julia's came out exactly the same as mine, didn't they?
Yeah, I didn't know whether it was a wall or, you know, I think you just get so mentally exhausted. But there seems to be an old man, doesn't it? An old man's face.
And if you zoom in, you can see what looks like a face on the wall. But if you zoom in on your phone, you can actually zoom in and you'll see it. And I'm not sure whether that's the camera picking up something on the wall, the different shades of the camera. I'm really not sure. As I say, Julia went out and had a look as well and took some pictures on her phone. They came very similar, weren't they, Julia? When we looked, we compared them.
Yes, very, very similar.
And yet we stood there, didn't we, looking at the wall, thinking, don't know. Yeah. I don't know. So give us your opinion. If it's not, we're quite open to the comment. You know, I think there's something there, but I can't be sure. You know, it's strange that I see two faces. Yeah. One's just above it as well. But I'm not sure. I don't know how my phone took it and then Julia took it a little while later. Is yours an iPhone, Julia, or an Android?
Yes. Yeah, it's an iPhone as well.
So we have mine on an Android and Julia's as a iPhone, and both looks to me like damp patching drawing through the wall, picked up on the camera. Not 100% sure though.
Yeah.
See, I did wonder that. We did look at that, me and Julia, and thought, okay, is there something on the wall that's giving the shade differently when the camera lens? But the wall looked quite plain, didn't it? But I don't know. I really don't know. Is it pareidolia where we're trying to put a face on it? I don't know. You know, say we're open to comment. Just ping your comments in, see what you think. I think I don't know. It's difficult to know whether there is, whether the camera it's a trick of the camera. It's difficult to know, but that's my experience. Pardon, Angela?
Do you want the mirror picture as well?
Yeah, you could try the mirror one. I don't know if you'll see it, but so if you zoom in on the mirror, you can see what looks like a face. It's really like someone's looking from right to left. So the nose in the middle, the eyes. It's like a face looking downwards. But I don't know. Me and Luke looked at the mirror, didn't we, Luke, to see what was on the mirror? You know, sometimes
I've drawn to it a lot, yeah.
We kept that.
photos of that mirror, so I'll check mine and send them
Yeah.
across.
See what? Because we even went up to the mirror and see if it was something on the paper behind the glass. You know, we sort of rubbed the glass, didn't we, Luke? See if it was cleaned it, and then went back and took it, and then it still had that. To me, looks like a fake. I don't know. Is my honest opinion. You know, I think we could end up debunking that because it could be something on the mirror, but the mirror was a little bit grubby. I must admit, some fingerprints down the bottom in the light, as you can see them. But I don't know. Give us your opinion. See what you think. But it looks like a face looking down. That's what I can see. But again, maybe I'm seeing something that's not there.
I can see another one in there as well. You know what? My shoulder.
Yeah.
You can see a little face above my shoulder as well.
Is it see through the glass?
That does look like the photo of Mary hat was in the room.
Yeah. Alan's put that does look like a photo of Mary hat that was in the room.
Mary that.
Yeah.
That?
Did
you miss a T?
But the mirror was an opposite a picture, was it?
No, it wasn't. No.
It's a picture was to the right of the mirror.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my mirror pictures.
But you know, have a look, see what you think. Let us know what you think. You know, we're open to it. You know, I'm not sure.
Above my shoulder.
You know, it could be one by your shoulder, Luke. Did you say on the wall?
Yeah.
Is that on the wall, Luke?
Yeah.
That's you, isn't it?
Above my shoulders, like a face there.
Yeah.
Hi, Sally. Welcome. Ideally, you would need several photos taken in comparison. I did take them, and it is there in 3 of the pictures, and then gone in the other 4. Luke's shoulder does look more interesting. He's got a lot on his shoulders, mate. But yeah, there's one just by your shoulder, Luke, isn't there?
Yeah. Like sitting next to us on the bench, I think it was.
Do you remember we were sat there and we both looked at each other and went, what was that?
Yeah.
And we sort of didn't know really what was going on, did we? It was taps and bits going on, but both me and Luke sat on the same bench.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there and we both looked at each other and went, what was that? And it's not as though the bench moved, Luke, was it? It was like something was in the room.
It was, yeah.
I don't know. Can you describe what it was like, Luke?
It's like a tap sort of thing, was it?
It was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then, I think not long after, Julia came in with Gemma, and there was myself, Angela, Dora, Luke, Jen, and me. We were all sitting there, and Gemma and Julia were on the bench facing the mirror. And Gemma's jumpy at the best of times, bless her. And then we were all sitting there. It's all quiet. We're asking out, not really getting a great deal. It's a bit of noise, but couple of taps. And then Gemma had her legs crossed, and Julia reached down and touched the bottom of Gemma's leg. And I've never seen anything so funny in my life. Gemma was up, stool was gone, Gemma was across the room. I didn't want she run towards me, because if that was real, I would have run the opposite way. I'd have been running out the door. But everybody jumped, knocked the table over, knocked the stool over, didn't she? That was so funny, bless her. Did make her jump, made all. Yeah. It was funny. It was quite funny. So it added to the energy in the room because we all started laughing.
Bubble on her hat. I like to give that a bit of a tap.
That was funny. Yeah.
So tempting.
But it was good. It was a good thing to do. I add to the energy in the room, but that was really funny. One of the highlights of the evening. Well, that's basically my bits and pieces. Andrew, do you want to put something on, or Julia, or Luke?
I was down in the crypt with Alan and Stuart. Stuart had his thermal imaging camera. I've got one. I don't know why I don't bring it. So I must bring my thermal imaging camera more. And he had his thermal imaging camera. We were just like, he was just panning around with it, and we were sort of trying to get stuff going. And we'd had previously down in the crypt, we had the writing planchette that spelt William. So yeah, it's we were down there and he was just panning around, and he showed me this thermal imaging camera, and he said, look, over in that corner there looks like there's like a figure or something. And the thermal imaging camera, it's a bit like, it doesn't move as fast as a normal camera would. So it's a bit, so I think when you sort of like go like that, it could have looked like sort of maybe sort of 2 or 3 people, where it's like slowly adjusting and picking up the picture. But it definitely looked like there was somebody there. And so I stood behind Stuart and I recorded what he was seeing on his thermal imaging camera, because I thought at least we've got some sort of, you know, backup. That's what he saw. And then I said, I'll go and stand on the man. So I went up next to the wall and literally stood where the man was. And Stuart said, he is so much taller than you. He must have been at least 6.5 foot.
Blimey.
Because I thought if I stand next to the wall, we can sort of like get some sort of like idea of, you know, his size and everything. But he was absolutely huge. And yeah, it very much looked like somebody was standing there. But
do we know who William was?
No, he wrote W and he wrote William. You know, I really wish I'd brought my thermal imaging camera along that night as well, because then I could have done what Stuart was doing. And you know, but Stuart did take some stills as well while he was. And then I said, Stuart, you go and stand there. Oh, hi
Benjamin.
And when Stuart went to stand there, because Stuart is quite tall, as you know, he's quite a tall guy, and it was even taller than him. So I was taking some like stills on Stuart's camera, and he managed to sort of like download them and send them across. I think he posted a couple in the group. I'm not sure, but very, very interesting. And when I was standing there, it just felt really shivery, cold, uneasy. I couldn't stand there for very long. It was really, you know, you could tell something was there. Well, it's for me, it felt like something was there.
Interesting. So you say it was quite tall, over 6 foot.
Oh yeah, I don't know how tall Stuart is, but I know he's very tall. But yeah, this was about 6.5 foot. So yeah. Oh, hi Gemma.
Do you want me to put that video up?
Yeah. Yes.
I think that's
please.
Gemma said, hi all, I personally felt that the crypt was the most active.
Yeah.
If you look closely at this,
No.
you can see an image moving.
Take a picture of it.
So it's not the best of video.
William, is that you?
Hi, Stuart.
We're just talking about you, Stuart, and your video.
Oh, was that it?
Must be it. It's gone dark.
Oh, here we go. Here
Can you see it?
Yeah. And there's nothing in that corner, nothing.
No.
You just see what looks like something moving backwards and forwards, can't you?
Yeah, this is a video clip that I recorded off of Stuart's imaging camera.
Interesting. It's a good capture, isn't it?
I have got another video. Maybe I didn't send you the best video, Angela, but
What did Gemma comment? I missed Gemma's comment. Hi all, I can personally felt like the crypt was the most active, and I saw a black shadow walking into it, and always heard lots of taps and felt like I got a tap a few times in there. Also, Stuart and Alan saw the tall man. Interested, because I was in there with myself.
We're all very tired.
That completely went wrong. That one, I am tired actually today. Hectic day at work. Had to see it. Hard to see that one, lol. It wasn't the best video, but it was a video. It's part evidence. I think there's myself, Jenny, Abnormal Paranormal. Who else was in there, Jen? A couple of other ladies.
Oh, Dora came.
Oh, Dora was in there. And we were sat there, and we had Angela was there, wasn't she, with the K2 and the...
She came down after.
Yeah, Angela was there with a camera, and we had a K2 on the floor and a cat ball. And I think Abnormal Paranormal were recording a bit further over in the corner. So they said that they'd heard scratching on the wall behind them. But we all heard it, but we weren't sure where it was. But they seemed to think it was around them by the wall or somewhere like that. So that was an interesting thing. And then by command, we were asking if they could light the K2 up, and they completely lit it up and put it back to green. So then we asked them, can you do the cat ball? And they were literally going between the cat ball and the K2, weren't they, Angela? Cat ball would flash, then the K2 would go off. Can you do the other one? And then a split second later, it was like a shadow walked straight through the crypt and out the other side. Because even the two ladies by the wall said, what was that? And it was like a black shadow walked past us and out the wall at the end. So I'm not sure at some stage whether that would have been a doorway or something would have happened. Hi, Dora. Hello, everyone. Oxford Castle, great location, lots going on. Really enjoyed it. I wouldn't mind going back. We need a rest. We're old, Dora. We need months between going back. Not weeks anymore. It goes to months when you're over 50. Yeah, so that was interesting. So the crypt I found was really good. There was a man and a lady stayed down there most of the night, I think. I'm not sure who they were, but they did lots on their own. But yeah, it was good. What else did you get, Julia?
What else did we get? We got the planchette writing. Also at the beginning of the night, we went and did some psychic transfiguration.
Oh yeah.
Where Paul was volunteered to sit there under the light,
Right.
and there was another lady, and she had a go as well. But with Paul, I think because Paul's quite sensitive, we were saying open your eyes and look around. I don't think we actually got the eyes to open. I think Gemma took a picture and she said that she sort of like saw one of the eyes sort of opening, but
slightly,
yeah, slightly, but didn't get sorry, caught my throat. Didn't get, their eyes fully open. But we were saying, can you look around the room? And Paul was like looking around the room, and yeah, very interesting, very, very interesting.
His eyes went weird. They were like cat's eyes. If you look at that in the picture, it is like a cat's eye, like a slit of an eye, wasn't it? When you actually look, if you have a close look at the pictures, maybe we can put them up at some stage and everybody can have a look. But it looks like it's a cat's eye. So I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. I only remember right at the very end when I felt that someone was coming in to me. I felt that heavy weight, like someone was going to sit. It really made me jump. But I don't remember having my eyes open or moving my head. All I remember is just looking at the red light.
Yeah,
so I don't
your
know.
head was like moving like that, as if you were looking around the room.
And
then I videoed it past the end bit, and you just literally, as if someone has startled you, opened your eyes, just like literally jumped up, like really sort of really jumped. So yeah, that was
I just thought that split second, I thought no. I wasn't sure what was going on, and it did make me jump. That's why I suddenly got up and walked away from the chair. And I was going, no, go away, wasn't I? And saying, go. And I was sort of walking around the room trying to, I didn't know what it was or who it was, but I knew someone was trying to get in. I really did, even though I was grounded, but it did make me jump. That weird feeling that someone was trying to get in, but it was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
Luke, what else did you?
Interesting.
Sorry. Yeah, it was a good idea as well. I think another lady tried, didn't she? We didn't get really much from her. A few bits. Her face, we would say her eyebrows or something started to change a bit. Something was changing, but not really a great deal.
Oh, here we are.
This was like, there's
it's weird,
another one.
It?
Yeah, look at
it doesn't really look like you. Look at the mouth and everything. It doesn't really.
It's like a mouse right up, isn't it? And there's dark lines on the jawline, and I don't know. It's a weird. But one of the pictures is one of the eyes looks like a cat's eye inside it. It's all you can't see the eye. You just see like a little slit of an eye.
Yeah.
Was that
Do you
Gemma's
remember?
pictures?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, like a slit. Yeah.
It's weird. It's really weird. But the mouth and the nose and all that—that's not me, as you can see on here.
Mhm.
Look at the way the lips go up.
Yeah.
Very, very strange picture. Not
But you were
sure.
slowly like moving your head.
I don't remember. I just knew I was looking forward. All I was doing is looking at the red light. Not with my eyes shut. I could see the red light through your eyelids.
Did
But I
the
don't remember
torch?
moving my head.
Did the torch feel like someone was pressing it down?
It just felt like not so much down, but pressing it towards me, towards my chest. Like it wanted to go further under my neck. And then obviously right at the very end, it suddenly, I wasn't ready for what was going to happen. I knew something was coming, but I just wasn't prepared. Maybe if you were in a trance type state, you could have had that. It may well have come in and changed, but I wasn't ready for that. That's for sure. Is the light aimed up?
Sorry.
It's aimed along the chest, yeah.
Under your chin, sort of down
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. But it's strange picture, really. I don't know. I'm not sure. It was very odd.
Do you want me to put the video up?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's a nice idea.
Bear with me. I had it all set up. Then when we started, everything crashed. And
Hi, Cole.
went.
I don't know why Cole's upset, but
Can you look around the room at us?
What's that? It's up on the roof, I think.
Open your eyes and look around the room at us. Open your eyes and look around the room.
it's even then it looked like it sort of flickered open,
Looks
didn't
like
it?
it's snarling, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's it. Open
Very
your eyes
slow
and look around the
movement, isn't
room.
it? Because all I
Close your
remember
eyes
is
open.
looking forward.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Very slow movement, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Strange movement. I don't know. See, I don't remember turning my head. I just remember looking. So shadowing could be a
Able to
cause.
nod if
Yeah,
you're a man.
could be
Did you-
shadowing. Yeah, off the torch, the
nod
way
if
the
you're
torch is
man.
angled. You can see the torch just in the bottom in my hand.
Yeah.
Something definitely made your movement slow. I don't remember moving my head, mate, to be honest. I just remember looking straight ahead of me, my eyes shut, and I could see obviously the red light through my eyelids, but I don't remember moving my head.
It's
So I
like
don't
there.
know.
You're like, looks like you were looking at someone, doesn't it? The way you just like went,
saying
Yeah.
anything for us?
You looked at me quite a bit, actually.
Do you have
Did it?
anything you'd like to
You
say
kept
to
looking at me
us?
quite a bit. I felt uncomfortable.
But the movements are so slow, aren't they, compared to what we would do normally?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's interesting.
Were you a
It's
prisoner?
an
Yeah, it's
interesting
different.
experiment, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you could poo-poo it, couldn't you? But
Yeah, definitely. See,
it's
look,
Were you a
where
prisoner?
you
it's just that movement, isn't it? I don't
you went
know.
like that. I asked you a question, you went like that.
Don't know.
I think I said, were you a prisoner or something? You went like that. No.
Can you change Paul's features so they look like you did?
But yeah, it could be shadow, but it's just a bit of fun and
Yeah,
just
well
see
worth
what
a
we
try.
get.
We love
Yeah.
it. We love trying all
Yeah.
these different bits. It's always worth it because one day something may well happen, so it may not happen. But we like trying all these different experiments. It's all good fun. But that's not me moving my head because I remember still looking forward.
Yeah.
And I thought you'd be a good person to do it, Paul, because you're
Yeah.
quite sensitive and open that, you know, if anybody's going to come through, then they'll
Yeah.
probably go through you. So
Strange, very strange. Movements was very strange,
yeah,
but very slow and methodical. Like we're taking the time. Look, I'm not normally like that. Like what? Oh, yeah. I'm all over the place. I'm bouncing off of everything.
You know how you were moving your head then?
Really slowly.
Yeah, right. So you know when sorry, I'll come over everything. Yeah. You know, when I'd looked at that lady that was standing in the crypt.
In the crypts, yeah.
But she was stood up, and I think Sean had his camera light on or something.
Oh,
And
right,
I saw her standing there, and I thought, oh. And she moved her head sort of round like that and back again. And I thought, whoa, that looked really spooky. And I thought she looked like quite an old lady. And I actually had to go up to her. And then I realised when I actually went up to her, she was a lot younger than that. And that's what made me think, oh, I wonder who I've just seen. So when I went into Mary's room, it confirmed it, the picture on the wall.
because you said that's her. That's the one
her.
I just saw.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
So then I drew it.
Yeah.
So that's what happened to me.
I've seen this before, where a spirit responds
really
through someone, and they had a slow movement,
Really slow.
as if in the living body was hard to move. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because they were very slow movements, weren't they, Christine? Very strange. Your profile changed as you moved your head to the side. It's like Ghost Dragon Investigation said. I know you've got the torch, so you're throwing shadows everywhere over your face, but the movement, I just remember my head being straight and looking with my eyes shut and looking at the red light. But a couple of times, I must admit, I did see something in the light in my eyes. But that could be because you're under the red light for so long. I don't know. Because I thought I saw what looked like a tunnel in front of me, like a massive black tunnel. But I think that could be my eyes reacting to red light. I don't know. But I don't remember moving my head side to side, because I wouldn't move my head slowly. I'd be, no, yeah. You know, my head's always bouncing off the walls, isn't it? So to see the slow movements was quite interesting, really.
And I asked you a question where you're a prisoner here, and you just went,
Really?
yeah, like, yes. Yeah, it was, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? It's something
Yeah.
to try.
We like to try different, don't we?
Yeah.
Because you never know, you always get something. So if you don't get nothing, we just try and try different bits. That's what it's about, isn't it? Trying different experiments, you don't get anything. That's just how it is, isn't it? But we may get something one day. I left my night vision camera in there for about an hour once we left. And I know for a fact nobody went in that room for an hour. So it'd be interesting once I wind that back to see, because I think there was another lady there that saw a man standing there, didn't she, Julia? You remember she said it was by the side of you? Do you remember? Was it Maz? Remember she said
yes, Maz.
she saw a man standing next to you, didn't she? Do you remember?
Yes, that was in the room where we were doing the psychic transfiguration. And
yes.
what did she say? Richard. His name was Richard.
That's right. Yes.
And so I said, well, you know, I'll go and stand where he is. So again, I was like putting my hand out and trying to like touch him, or, you know, try and stand where he was. And yeah, that felt a bit creepy. But yeah, and we had lots of footsteps in that room as well, and you know, taps and footsteps. So
that was up. I don't know what room it was. Off one of the corridors. It's like a round room, wasn't it?
yeah, the one next to the padded cell room.
Oh, did it go up there?
I don't think you ventured up the stairs till quite late, but
yeah,
it was in there.
Tight,
Yeah,
little miniature staircase type thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought Jen would have got up there, but a very interesting room, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought so. How about yourself, Luke or Angela? Did you get much when you were out and about?
I saw like a monk thing.
Oh,
you go first.
Okay. I saw in the crypt. I saw like a hooded figure very quickly. All of a sudden, looked like a monk. It was.
whereabouts?
Wasn't there for long in the crypt bit.
Yeah,
under
but
the
by a
crypt,
wall, walking through, or just stood there.
By the wall, like a flash, it came and then went again quickly. Appeared, then disappeared very quick. Like a
Gemma
hooded
saw a
figure, like a
couple
monk.
of figures down there.
Mm-hmm.
She thought she saw someone come through the excuse me, it's all that dust down there, that entrance as you go into the crypt.
Yeah.
And then she saw sort of on the back wall on the left, she thought she saw a figure go across. But yeah, she sort of like thought she saw a couple of things down there that were a bit odd. So, and Jen saw that lady down there.
Yeah, because the lady was at one stage she was sitting on the floor, wasn't she, Jen, with her husband?
Right, yeah.
And then Jen went, "Oh," he said, "What's up? What's wrong?"
Yeah.
She said, "I think I've just seen something." And there is a monk rumoured to haunt the crypt. There you go, Luke. That validates what you saw then.
Yeah.
That's what you want, mate.
Yeah.
And I remember because I was standing next to Jen, she went, "Oh, well, what's that standing there?" And then I said, "What?" She said, "The lady." And then Jen wandered off like she does. And Jen swore blind that the lady was older than the lady when she saw her. She said, "Oh, she's quite a young lady." Or younger. But when Jen saw her, she was an older lady. So you're not quite sure what we saw in that. Paul, when you opened the door to Mary's room, someone walked behind you in the corridor. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I
That
saw
was
that as
weird,
well.
wasn't it?
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Yeah, because they checked, didn't you?
Because I checked. We were in Mary's room. We were doing I think Angela was there as well, weren't you?
Yeah.
It was myself, Angela, Luke,
Yeah.
I think Gemma and Julia were there at the same time.
Yeah.
And I went to open the door and someone walked past. And Dora went, "Who was that?" And I went out the door to have a look and there was nobody there. But they said they saw a solid figure walk straight past the door behind me.
Yeah, I saw it.
I
Yeah.
didn't see it because I had my back to the door because I was opening the door and sort of looking in the room. Sorry. And I didn't see it, but they all went, "Oh, who was that?" So I sort of went out, quickly went up one end, didn't I, Luke? And then round the corner and into the other bit. And there's nobody there. There was only that Sean, but he was right on the other side.
He was. Yeah.
So I don't know what you saw, but can you describe what you saw, Luke?
I thought they had like a dark jacket on, like a white collar, maybe.
Dark jacket. Dora, it was clear as day. It looked to me like an outfit which was in the corridor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was an outfit hanging on a mannequin, wasn't there, in the corridor? Like a black jacket with a white
collar-y type thing, didn't
collar-y,
it?
that's it,
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see it. So I had my back to it. I heard people say, "Who was that?" And I sort of turned around. There was nobody there. And I thought, well, I'll quickly nip out and have a quick look. Yeah, the white collar, definitely. And I sort of walked out, went round the corner, couldn't see anybody there. Walked down the corridor. I said, "There's nobody here. What? How could you have seen someone?" No, I was going to say Sean was lurking in the corridor for ages. Good job it wasn't a dark corridor. You'd be a bit worried, wouldn't you? But when I went round the corner and cut the corners and into another room, he was right over in the corner looking at the pictures on the wall. So I knew it hadn't been him because I would have seen him going across the room because I was literally out the room and round the corner, wasn't I, Luke? Quickly.
Yeah, quickly, yeah.
And I couldn't sit, and I came back. I said, "It's got gone this way." So I went up the other end of the corridor. No one. There was nobody there other than him, Sean, right over in the very corner. And it couldn't have been him because he'd have still been going through the room to get to the pictures.
Was it quite a
was.
tall figure or stocky or just
What
it was
do you
just went
think?
so fast?
It went quite quickly. You didn't hear the footsteps either, though. You didn't
So
hear
what
the
you
footsteps.
I don't think I heard anything.
Well, I had my back to it, and I didn't hear anything. It was only when somebody said, "Who was that?" behind you, and I looked behind. It was nobody here, so I didn't hear any footsteps. Or, like, I suppose if it was someone like us, you might have heard the footsteps going past. But
Yeah.
I can't say that I had my back to the door and made me jump. Sean never had a white collar neither. No, good shout, Gemma.
Yeah.
No,
No,
he just
he
had
didn't.
like a
That's very true.
salmon like polo shirt with a black coat on.
But he was on the other side of the room. There's no way he could have got round two corners, round the metal railings, because it was like a railings where the writing desks and all that were, and got to the other side of the room. I was right, but I would have been right behind him. I'd have seen him. We could have just debunked that. But I got round the corner and he was right over in the corner reading. He got his little light on and he was reading something on the wall. So I'm not sure. I say I didn't see it because I had my back to it, but I know that a few people saw it.
He stayed awake for like 30 hours, bless him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know how he did it, but
I don't
he
know how he
did
done that. Jen managed 30 minutes in the car.
Oh, I tried. I said to
Yeah,
Jim,
well,
I said I've really got to go and lay down because we had to drive home, and I thought if I don't try and get some sleep, I won't feel fit enough to drive. So, but I think we had about an hour of broken sleep, and I just thought, I did feel better for it, but I thought, just get up.
I know we were driving back and it was getting lighter and lighter, and Jen had nodded off. She opened her eyes and said, "Oh, it's daylight." Wasn't it? What time was that? About 20 past 4? Half past 4?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
I was awake more than that, thank you.
I think
Andrew, what did you... sorry, Julia.
yeah, I think it's about 20 to 4 because I think you and Jen went, and it's about 20 to 4, and I think Andrew had gone for a sleep, and I said to Jem, I said, let's just go. So it's about 20 to 4, and we woke up about 5, so we really didn't have much sleep at all. And when you just can't stretch your legs, and
Did anybody sleep on Mary's bed?
Yeah. Isn't that
Did they?
A couple
Yeah.
from up north, they slept. One slept on Mary's bed, and one slept
They
on
were
the
really
floor.
nice, they were.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
a lovely couple. Yeah. We slept in Gemma slept in the passenger seat of my car, and I slept in the back of the car. I put the seat down, and I slept in the back of the car.
You had all them prison cells.
Yeah, I
crypt.
know, but I know. But we had all like the pillows and fleece, like fleecy blankets and quilt and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, let's just go and get in the car, and at least you're not going to be disturbed by anybody, coming in and flashing a torch and wanting to talk to you or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
but I do
Yeah, that's
remember
very true.
looking at Angela's van, thinking, "Yeah, I wish I was in there."
It did look comfortable, I must admit, when I walked past. Well, that looks nice and cosy. You could have done a bit of breakfast, Angela.
Yeah,
I did
you could
Out
rent
the
them
side
out.
door. That'd have been funny. What did you get, Angela, on your travels about to see you at a couple of different places?
Yeah, well, I did take my little FLIR camera, which I had to buy an adapter for to plug into the phone, but it won't stay connected because it doesn't plug in properly. But I managed a few photos, and I can't get them onto here because I have problems with lots of technology at the moment. So I just have to hold it up and see if you can see it. I took photos in, I don't even know what room it is, but it seemed to have strange warm patches where it didn't make sense that they were warm patches, but this was that was the photo of the actual room.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
The one with the stocks in, yeah.
Yeah.
Julia had her head in.
Yeah, I think I put my head in. I managed to put Gemma's head in them.
I don't know why there's a yellow spot.
Oh, wow.
underneath. I couldn't remember.
And what's that white one above it as
Like a heat
well?
source underneath the stocks.
Yeah.
And
That's weird, isn't it? What's that white bit?
The white bit above it, sort of like, on the bit going
Oh,
across.
that's just a little crosshair thingy telling you the temperature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
right.
at the corner of the room, it just got that bit there.
Yeah.
And then a similar picture in the corner. It's just another.
Oh, yeah.
Like warm
I
patch.
see what you mean about the number. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a number. That's interesting.
Why it was there, because when I was
What
going
did the
along,
number say?
15.5 and 15.7, but they weren't on the actual warm bits. That's on the other bits.
So is that room temperature or is that the image temperature? Do you know?
Whatever little target bit is pointing at.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, I'm with you. So the crosshairs give you the temperature.
Yeah.
Oh,
But when I
okay.
went along the corridors, you had the lights, and even though they'd been turned off, they still retained heat, so you could see them, and they were yellow. But I thought, well, in those rooms, there's no lights there, and there's nothing obvious on the floor, and obviously there's not patches of underfloor heating.
And all the lights had been turned off for some time, hadn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they would have cooled down, wouldn't they? Yeah.
And I would have thought if somebody had been sat there or stood there, the heat wouldn't have stayed there for that long, because I don't think anyone had been in those rooms for a while.
Oh, night,
No.
Stuart.
Sorry, my battery's going. Night, Stuart. Thank you for coming into the Monday night. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what to make of those, really.
It wouldn't pick up. Was that sort of like on like the first floor, second floor? It couldn't like a light underneath on the ceiling, on the floor underneath. I don't know if it'd be strong enough to pick anything like that up.
Yeah, it was just the crypt on there, although that was
Yeah.
on the other side, I think. So I don't know.
That's strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Strange light.
Sounds
Interesting pics. The black ring around it is interesting and looks really like a warm spot too. Yeah, especially by the stocks as well.
Yeah.
You know, why around that area and why in the corner of the room? Very strange.
Yeah. I haven't had time to go through my videos yet or my other pictures.
Yeah.
No, so I've got an hour or so on the video camera left in the room where we did the transfiguration to go through. So hopefully we'll pick up some more stuff there and you know, bring it back on the Monday Night Live again so you can all have a look. Good call, Julia. Could be residential heat from a light. Yeah.
Could be.
But there was no light in the crypt though, was there?
Oh, is that what was underneath it? The crypt?
I think that's what Andrew said, wasn't it?
Well, I know you went down opposite was the stairs that you went down. I don't know how far back the crypt went in relation to where that room was.
And also the floors were pretty solid. Like from what I think, they were sort of probably about half a foot of solid concrete.
Yeah,
really
I would have thought so, yeah.
Thick.
Solid floor.
Yeah, it wasn't just like floorboards. It was really solid. So I don't think if it was a light underneath, in the room underneath it, I don't think it would have penetrated through that concrete to be able to pick it up.
I wouldn't have thought so, but I don't know. I've never really sort of gone into looking at that, whether it can bleed through the concrete and you pick up the heat source on the floor above. I don't know. I know we Ghost Dragon Investigations have seen that before, but I can't say that.
No lights
I don't know.
There. No lights in the crypt.
No, there's no light in the crypt. There's one light as you walk down to get to the bottom of the stairs, isn't there? And then as you sort of turn left to go down the corridor, the crypt's all dark from there on.
I think that light's on the wall as well, the one that guides you down that corridor.
When I said I saw that lady, that's because Sean had his phone.
It wouldn't have bled through the concrete floor to pick up on a thermal camera, do you think? No. No, interesting. Concrete is a material that holds heat, but depending on the heat type. Yeah, I know concrete can hold the heat, but that would take some heat to penetrate, like Judith said, half a foot or 18 inches of concrete, wouldn't it, really? But interesting. It'd be some place you'd go back with another thermal camera and see if you get the same image, because there's no lights in the rooms, was there? Not that I saw.
It's almost as if somebody's been standing there for like half an hour and moved, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's certainly a weird one, very interesting. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, like Julie said, I can't remember. If you stood there long enough, would you create enough heat to leave in the concrete? Because it was quite a cold night. Well, they say it was really cold, but I thought it was quite warm in there, to be honest.
I thought it was really warm.
She said, oh, you'll have to dress up because it gets really cold in there. Here we are, 35 layers.
I put my hand on the wall and left it there for a few seconds and took it away and then looked with the camera. And the handprint did stay there for a while, but
interesting.
It went away, but it was really like slow to go away. The sort of the heat.
So it retained the heat quite a long time then.
Yeah, it seems to.
So it could be that someone stood in the stock, like Judy said, half an hour or so, and maybe the residual heat was still in the concrete. It don't look like footprints, though, does it?
No. When we were in there, it was literally just, standing and putting your head in the stock, having your picture taken, and then taking your head out and walking away. Tried to get Luke to do it, but he didn't want to. Don't think he trusted me.
We should have left you in there for the night, Luke.
I would have let you out. I would have let you out.
Julie had a boot full of old rotten fruit to throw at you. No, we wasted it. If you were barefoot, there's a possibility, a chance that it could leave a circle.
No, no
If
one
you
was
were
barefoot.
barefoot in there, you were very brave because it wasn't. It was warm, but not warm enough to wear flip flops and skulls or whatever you call them. That's for sure. I was quite happy in my trainers and my socks.
Me too.
So interesting. No, no, Angela, that was a good catcher. Really
Yes.
interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, we'll try that more. We'll try it more.
So you
when we're
need to bring your camera. The other experiment we could try, we were going to do this time, we forgot, was the balloons.
Oh my gosh! Why didn't we do
We
the
forgot
balloons?
them.
I completely forgot about. I had
Yeah.
them with me.
Did you?
Honestly, I had the
Oh.
balloons with me. I had them with me. I've got in my case. I've got a big pack of balloons. I must
Because
have
Jen's
probably
got
about
balloons here with
49.
LED lights in them.
Oh
we were
no,
going to bring.
these are just bog standard balloons. But
I'll get Jen to
we
sort them out and we'll
completely
use
forgot
them.
about the balloons.
Yeah, I
didn't we?
know. We're so
I had
busy
them with
looking at the
me.
sweet tub and the glow in the dark ghosts that we forgot about the balloons.
Oh yeah.
But we'll
Thank you
try
for
that
those.
next time. We'll try that next time. Because that'll be interesting. I know Jen said she had some balloons with LED lights in them.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
So that would be easier to see the light and see if it moves along. So
Yeah,
we'll have to get her to dig them out.
With me as well.
Yeah, be really interesting, wouldn't it? If we could do the experiment with the balloon. I don't know whether you'd get it there because it's so open.
Yeah.
Whether the balloon would just be in the draft and it'd be difficult to control the balloon in that sort of temperature and that area, wouldn't it? But
Maybe
I'll say
Merley
Jen-
House, that might be a bit of a safer bet.
yeah,
With
so
the-
Jen said she's got
Sorry.
hang on. Jen's into the football. Anyway, Jen has put, it must be creepy as Luke usually goes anywhere alone. But when we left, Luke was like, I'm coming with you too. Is that how you felt though, Luke?
Not only towards the end of the night, not all night.
Oh.
Something was in there at that point. I think it was.
So
You were in
right at the
script
very
and we were
end.
just like, oh, we were so tired.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think, having an hour sleep will help you, and it did help us. And then we're just like, I just need my bed. I just need my bed.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I just need my bed. And even like today, I went to bed at 8 last night. So I had, really good sleep. And when I got home yesterday, I got home at about 9ish, and I slept till about 1, which was good for me anyway. And then I went to bed at 8. I don't feel like I really had a Sunday. I slept most of it.
We were a bit like that. I was up early this morning
Oh.
off to work, and it's like you've not had a weekend, isn't it? But
I know. It was fun. It was a fun weekend.
The things we do for the paranormal,
I know.
give up our weekends. We're so passionate about, aren't we? Luke, you were saying you were wandering around the end of the evening with Abnormal Paranormal. What did you get with them? Anything?
Yeah, the REM pod went off a few times in 2 different areas. We done
Which
the
areas?
the top of the tower halfway in the little room.
Yeah.
Oh
Went
yeah,
in that bit. REM pod went off there a little bit, and in the crypt as well.
because we found a little room off the stairs, didn't we, Luke? We went in little secret room.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We looked at it and thought, oh, shall we? And then me and Luke looked at each other and said, so let's do it. Let's get in there. We had
If
to
it's
crawl,
open.
crawl through the stairs, through the railings, and then walk a bit of a corridor into this massive room, wasn't it, Luke?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I took a video of it. I forgot to send it to Angela. But I took a video, and that was creepy in there, wasn't it, Luke?
It was a bit strange, yeah.
Because the wind was blowing through the window, but it was like, it must have been so cold in them places during the winter. It must have been incredible because it didn't have glass. Most of them, the cells were open. And we were standing there, weren't we, Luke? We looked through the bars and we both said, cool, it's really thick. Look at all this wind blowing through, how cold it would have been during the winter months in that place. They wouldn't have had central heating, would they? Go and put the boiler on.
Mm-hmm.
So it must have been absolutely. You can see in the films where they wear their massive, great big fur coats and all that armor, and all. It must have been so cold during the winter months. It must have been horrendous, wasn't it? What else did you get, Luke? Just the REM pods and anything else with the voice?
I've done some with Dora at the end. We got quite a good EVPs on Dora's phone. It was.
Yeah, I've heard them. I'm going to listen to my headphone. It's a clear response, isn't it?
It's quite active in that area where the old fashioned camera, the green screen. In that area.
Where was that?
Below the stairs.
Below the stairs. Where the screen is on the wall, or?
Yeah, and the camera went off by itself. The old fashioned camera.
Oh.
Did it?
I think it was a fault. I think it was. I'm not sure.
Oh, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
What would you mean? It went off, clicked, or flashed, or?
Yeah, flashed and green lights come up.
Wow.
It happened when the couple from up north were there.
Yeah, happened to me as well.
Yeah.
Did you think it was an issue with the camera then?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
What else did you get on your wander around?
There's many of that really. With interesting at the end of the door with the voices.
Yeah.
Felt like there's a lot of activity in it. Yeah.
Did you have knocking and tapping in, or was it just voices?
I think the K2 was going off, and Dora had a phone near it, but her phone's on flight mode. I don't know if it still affects it or not.
It can do.
I think it could do, because the phone's a transmitter, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's always good to keep it in your pocket on flight mode, isn't it? Just so you can rule that out, because it can be affected by phones.
Yeah.
So it's always good to either turn your phone off or at least flight mode and have it in your pocket where it's not going to get too near the equipment. But it was interesting.
Yeah. I was walking up the tower at the end of in the morning. And when I sort of played the video back, I got a couple of voices. It seems like one said hello and the other one said something like wonderful or something like that. So that was quite interesting. Also, Matt took a group off and was doing Estes with them. I think most of the night, bless him. I saw them in the padded cell, and Matt had the blindfold and the headphones on, and I stood there for a little while and listened to what was going on. But he seemed to do, I think that's his thing. He seems to like to do Estes, and he was like, he did that. Sorry, I've got a new blanket, and there's lots of bits of stuff coming off of it all the time. So yeah, he did a lot of Estes with he had a group that he took around, a group of newbies, so he was doing that with them. So yeah, thank you for doing that, Matt. It was very helpful, and they said they had a great time.
Background app still cause a trigger in your phone, which can not always trigger an EMF. I don't know. I always try and put my phone in flight mode straight away as soon as I go in, and I keep it deep in my pockets. So, and I try not to get too many, K2s or stuff like that. But when we were in the crypt, I'd say we had the K2 going off, and the cat ball was going off on command. You'd ask to do one, and then the other one, and in that way, that was really interesting. Was that
the cat ball? When we done the cat ball went off of the K2 meter as well.
I think on one of Dora's footsteps as well, and the cat ball flashing a lot. I think on one of Dora's recordings, Dora says it's 5 o'clock in the morning and we'll have to go soon. And it's like a voice. I think Dora tell you, like, we've got to get up or get up now. It was something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
What did it say, Luke? Do you remember?
Yeah, up now. It said, didn't it?
Talked about sleep as well. Maybe sleep or get up or something like that.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I need to have a listen with my headphones, because obviously you listen to it on here, you can't always hear it. But I thought it was a really, really good night, a great night put on.
Yeah, now though.
I mean, there's lots of smiley faces as well, which is always a good thing. People enjoyed that. Did you get much feedback, Julia? Did they leave much feedback for you?
No, I think when people were leaving, they were, you know, a lot of people said they had a really good night. Maz and her group left about 5:30. They had a Airbnb nearby, so they were going to go and get some sleep there, but they stayed about 5:30. But yeah, another couple, I haven't met them before. They were going to stay a bit longer, and they stayed till probably about, I don't know, 4:30, something like that. And they said, "Oh, we just got to go. We're absolutely zonked." I think they only lived down the road or something, so that was very. Aldora said, "It said let's get up."
Let's get up. How interesting is that?
Yeah, everyone seemed to be very, very pleased with the event and how it went
Good.
and everything. And
Yeah.
it
Have
was.
you got any Paranation cards with your details on and asking for feedback?
Most people sort of like just say as they leave, and sometimes people will write, send messages via like Facebook Messenger, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But to be fair, just somebody saying thank you, we really enjoyed the night,
It's enough.
It's enough.
Yeah.
I know another group I help out with, they're on Trustpilot, and they get like people to give them Trustpilot reviews and that. But
Okay.
we're just a little group, and as long as we have people saying they really enjoyed the night, then yeah, that's enough for us, isn't it?
They walk out with a smile on their face. You know they've had a good night, don't you?
Yeah.
It's that sort of thing, isn't it? That makes it all worth it, isn't it? You say, "Did you enjoy it?" "Oh, we had a great time." And that's enough, isn't it? Really, you think you've done the right thing at the right time.
Maybe you should have a piece of paper whereby people can write down, like, like if they're going, so you know that they've gone.
Like an autograph book
kind of thing,
and just write in there like a diary,
like a thing saying, "Oh, we enjoyed it," or "We didn't."
What was your best part of the night?
Whatever. I didn't actually see normal paranormal go either.
We went before them, I think, because they were still there with Luke. What time would you wander around with them, Luke?
It's about like around 3:30 or 4. They left at 5:30.
5:30 they left.
And they went at 5:30 today. Oh, right.
Yeah.
We went about 3, just gone 3, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. But
I must have just missed them. So I think I was in the basement about 5:30ish, something like that, with Maz. So I think I must have just missed them. Alan.
I was surprised I was still Alan too, best investigation company in the South, and really enjoy going on with you guys, and you're so welcoming. That's really nice. Thank you for that, Alan. That's a very nice thing to say. So we are like that. We are a friendly coming group. We welcome whether you're experienced or non-experienced, newbies as we call them. Everybody's welcome. Get onto the Paranation website. We've got some good ones coming up. I'm sure there's still tickets about. Marley House is the next one, is it, Julia?
12th of July, we're down there, and that's where we're heading. But yeah, just to have people say, that they've really enjoyed it. It's thanks, Alan. That's much appreciated.
Yeah.
Makes all the stress and hard work worthwhile.
And all the indigestion and the out of breathness.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do worry about it, don't you? Hopefully everybody's having a good time. But we enjoyed it. We had a good time. Jen's drawing was really good.
I'm waiting for Jen to
finish it off.
Jen will finish it and then get it on here.
Yeah.
New piece ghost bait. Yeah, I think there was one girl. I don't know who she was. Maz, I think, and she was very, very jumpy. She kept.
yes, there was a lady that came with her.
Yes,
I think it was her first one, wasn't it? And there was another lady as well.
I think so. And we were doing the glass moving. She's going, "Oh my God, it's moving!"
Yes, she was.
oh, it's going this way. Because we were saying, "Can you take the glass to where you're standing?" Wasn't it? She's going, "No, not this way. Go the other way." We just brush it off as we laugh. Go straight to Merley House is an amazing location. I will be going back there at some point. We can't wait. So we look forward to it
as well.
Yeah, but I really was really impressed with Oxford Castle. The lady that showed us around knew her stuff. You know, she was knew her stuff. She was very interested when she was telling us about the crypt and who'd been there and how they found it. And I always find that really interesting.
Was that the young girl?
The young girl sitting behind the desk.
I asked her. She was doing history
Oh,
at uni, like part time.
oh, she's doing history at uni part time. Jim's saying, but she was very interested. Yes, and that sort of you hear someone like that. She was quite passionate about it, wasn't she? Which is nice. Some people say, "Oh yeah, that's there, that's that, that's this," but she was really, really into it. She told you how the crypt was found, how they got across it. I found it very, very interesting what she was saying. I thought she was very good, you know.
Yeah.
But all in all, myself and Jenny, we really enjoyed it, you know. So I hope everybody else enjoyed it that went. It was a really, really great night. My first time there. I think Julie had been there before. Not sure about Angela. Had you been there before, Angela?
Nope,
I
never.
think it was my third time, I think.
Oh, was
I
it?
first went there over 20 years ago. And then I went back about 8 or 9 years ago. And then, they're well spread out.
She said it looked different to when you last went. I heard you saying someone, it looks so different.
It did. I think because, it was been, I know it's like 8 years, but I don't know, it just looked different. The base room used to be in the cafe across the courtyard, so that changed. It just the whole place, and I think we went in a different door last time.
Okay.
So when we went into the castle, I think there's a door opposite the cafe in the wall of the castle, and I think that was our entrance.
Okay.
Because when we went there last time, it felt like the tower was on the far right.
Oh, right. Yeah. I suppose it would be if you came in a different door, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So
yeah.
a little bit disorientating, but it was really interesting. Really
Great
interesting.
night.
It was like a new venue to me because there's a lot of things that I didn't remember about when I was there last time. I remember the padded cell room, but others, it was very sort of sketchy.
Yeah. So just a bit of local history. The kebab van stays open until 4 o'clock in the morning. We came out when we was going home and it was rammed, wasn't it, Jen?
Did you have
So if
one?
you want a late night kebab, head to Oxford.
Did you have a kebab or anything on the way home?
No. Oh, no, not 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's the
When we
onions,
went
isn't it? All those onions go repeat on
Well,
your
we
night.
went to Spain and they were like, we went to Jen's son and we were sort of sitting there. So we get dinner now, and that's like 9 o'clock, and we're like, oh, okay, let's get a Chinese. It rolls up at 11 o'clock, 10 past 11, didn't it? I can't do it, I'm afraid. My metabolism stops by 7 o'clock, so 11 o'clock eating Chinese, it didn't go well. It didn't hold well. that and the 10-hour power cut, we did well that week. We had a restful week.
I did lose some weight though.
We lost some weight. Yeah, hell of a big half-pounder cheeseburger sounded good. I'll tell you what, mate, there's a good one outside Widley.
Yeah.
And that is 24 hours a day, that one.
Yeah.
Not that we go ghost hunting for burger vans. We just we seem to sniff them out. But anyway, yeah, all in all, great night put on by Paranation again. So thank you, Julia. It was a good night. We enjoyed it. And everybody that went,
thank you to the team, and
great team again.
Couldn't do it without the team. So yeah, big thank you to all the team, all the guests, all our regulars like Luke and his mum and Amy, and Abnormal, Paranormal, and all the regulars that come, to everyone we do. Really is much appreciated. Mixed monster burgers. Yeah, I think that's what it's called, Alan.
He's been there then. And Angela in her big old van, comfy sleeping.
I think we're down there mid-September. We're at Purbrook, which we haven't been to for quite some years. So I think that's just down the road. So it'll probably be mixed burgers in September.
Roll on September.
Yeah.
Not that we go ghost hunting with burger vans, but
No.
we don't mind a bit of a burger at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's not so bad.
Yeah.
On your way home after a good night. People
Quite
go to the
hungry
pub, we go ghost hunting. Anyway, so no more comments.
No,
Cool.
good.
So I hope you enjoyed tonight. It was a bit laugh, and we got you some videos and some pictures. So, you know, we appreciate your comments. You know, we like people to comment on our stuff. Whether we can see stuff in there, we don't know. We'll leave it up to you to decide whether it's good or not. So, you know, we're quite happy to take the pictures, put them on here, and let you have a look and give us your honest opinions. So, you know, it's great. So, only remains me to say thank you for tuning in tonight and all your comments. So, have a very, very safe week, and we'll see you next Monday. And if you have any subjects you'd like us to talk about, or you'd like to come on the panel and have a chat or talk about, we're looking at talking to someone about witches. Because we've had a request that someone would like to talk about witches. So we know someone that is into that stuff. So bear with us.
Or the week after.
There you go. You heard it from there, from Angela. So either next week or the week after. So that'll be interesting. If you're interested or know a lot about witches, please come on. I know a few old witches many years ago.
Burgers.
Burgers, yeah. Oh, burger. We don't mind a burger, mate. After a ghost investigation, it adds to the cholesterol, so you get your own burger. That's what I say it is. Keep me awake, burping burger all the way home with that onion. So anyway, it remains me to say thank you once again. Have a safe week, everybody, and thank you for tuning in tonight. Bye.
Bye.